Hello again, everyone. Michael here with Felicity, November 8033 Fox, a Cessna flight training device that I built right here at home. It is Monday, the 13th of March, 2023. I hope you're doing well, wherever you may be. My original plan for today, I kind of had to redo the flight plan. Reasons being, just our original flight plan had to be postponed for reasons we won't get into right now. So, for lack of any other great ideas for this evening, I'm going to get back over to Pilot Edge World, and we're going to fly to Catalina. It's one of my favorite flights, flying from Van Nuys to Catalina. But the difference is we are going to be doing it by the books with proper airspace transitions, as opposed to me doing it months ago, not knowing any better, and just taking off and going straight over there and landing. And of course, that was before I was even with Pilot Edge. So I think I have a lot better understanding of the VFR transitions through the Bravo, and that's going to be our plan. So this is one of those scenarios where I can write down all of our real world frequencies because they're all going to match up. DreamNed, hello, welcome, hope you're doing well. I think we're going to go ahead and do the mini route southbound. Let me see here, let's get this off of here. Yeah, I think my original plan was just to do the mini route southbound. Yeah. Let's take a look at our mini route real quick. Coastal route, Hollywood Park, mini route, VFR only. So the mini route starts at SMO, the SMO VOR. We have the Hollywood Park route, which starts at Van Nuys, which we could use. We could do special VFR over LAX. I suppose that could be an option too. The coastal route also starts at Van Nuys. So we do have some options there. Let's just figure out which one we're going to use. LAX Tower, is LAX Tower online? I should certainly hope so. We're on Pilot Edge this evening, so we should have coverage for certain. M. Stein, hello, welcome, and Supersonic, thank you for coming in, welcome. So which one do we want to do? I was planning on doing the mini route. It's kind of what I was thinking. And that starts at SMO. Usually people try to get the mini route and fall back to the SFRA if they can't get it. Okay. So if the mini route starts at SMO, and then we would just follow that. Let's see. 128 radio off of the SMO. Restrictions. Mini route southbound. Da, 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 da. 2,500 feet. Okay. Alright, 2,500 feet, 128 off of the SMO VOR. Oh, that's not what I wanted. SMO VOR, and is that the 128 radio? I guess that would be about it. And then from there we would be able to proceed VFR down to Avalon once we cross over LAX. Should be pretty straightforward. Now that I understand who to talk to, now that I understand, how to request flight following, now that I understand the transitions, there should be a lot smoother flight for me on Pilot Edge than my very first one on the Pilot Edge network. He doesn't do much streaming anymore on Twitch, but Hawker Driver certainly came in and helped me out on that one. That was my very first experience. It was a learning experience for sure. Supersonic, I'd have to agree. Sparky Pilot 86, hello. Welcome. Before we get too far, and before I forget, I do want to say a quick thank you to FS Economy Eagle Blue, who came in with a follow. We got a shout out from Sparky Pilot 86 yesterday. Thank you for that, appreciated that. And we got a new offline follow, or a follow while we were offline, from Beaker Steve today. So thank you for that as well. Alright, well, we're just going to go ahead and coordinate flight following with while we're on the ground at Van Nuys. And we'll just do that with ground. We'll see if we can coordinate flight follow. If we can coordinate... If I request... Yeah, that was my plan. Dream New was I was just going to request flight following with Van Nuys ground. And then I should be able to get a direct handoff to Santa Monica Tower, I would imagine. Doesn't work. I honestly don't know if it does or doesn't work like that. I'm going to assume it does, as pilotage is supposed to, um, be as realistic as possible. So I don't think they would offer a service that wasn't available. But yeah, I don't foresee a reason why I can't coordinate flight following Van Nuys ground. And I would just let them know that I want to head to Avalon via the mini route southbound, and that it should be all right. Okay. Total route. What is that? 50 nautical miles or so, roughly. Tell you what. What is that? 50 nautical miles. That's a pretty short flight. Let's go ahead and pack for this. Just less than half hour flight time, I would imagine. Because if we cruise at 120, essentially, 60 nautical miles is half hour, so less than that. Right here. So yeah, we'll have plenty of fuel regardless. 16 gallons would be plenty. Okay, so let's figure this here. Let's clear this out for now. Go in here. Our total route's about 50 nautical miles. And we cruise at 120. So 120 nautical miles per hour at 16 gallons. And then M. Stein, we're in our 206 today. So 50 nautical miles over X. And then we have, so we can do 16 times 50. I'm not going to sit there and do this in my head right now. 16 times 50. And divide that by 120. 6.6 repeating. 7 gallons to make that flight. Plus our 30 minutes for daytime VFR, which is another 8 gallons. So 14.6. We'll round that up to 15. That would be the minimum fuel we would need. Let's go ahead and add another hour. Ground operations, taxi, run up. So we're at 32. And then let's add another, another hour just because. Can never have too much fuel. So we'll add another hour. 48 gallons, that's going to be our fuel payload. Heading out to Avalon. And then you and I on board. And that's going to be our total payload. So 48 gallons. (48 times 6). It's 288 pounds because we're 6 pounds per gallon. Okay. And as always, you and I weigh the same. I just keep it simple like that. if we were flying together in real life, I would have no qualms with asking you how much you weigh. We'll just take 190 times 2, which is 380, plus 288. That's going to be our gross payload, our gross total weight. 668 pounds. Okay. Let us talk about where we're at real quick. We're at Van Nuys, which all of our pertinent information is going to be right here. Tower frequencies. But what I do like to do is just go ahead and brief them anyway, because sometimes there's multiple towers and I'm not necessarily sure which one I'm going to be talking to. Like at Van Nuys here, looks like we've got a so contacting towers depending on which runway we're going to be departing from. And if we take a look at current runway conditions, 16 left and 16 right, we're at the West GA ramp, so I'm going to assume 16 right. So in that case, my tower would be 119.3. Okay, let's close that. And let's see, we can get rid of that one. One 127.55. One 121.7 and 119.3. That's 55. And we all, I do know that Avalon is Unicom, so I'm just going to write Avalon down here, and we'll head down there real quick and grab that info. 122.7 in the ASOS, which Pilot Edge does not do, but we'll get directly from X-Plane. 120.675. Okay. Weather, how we looking? I think we're going to be VFR pretty much the whole way. Let's take a quick look at our radar. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. No math. Sometimes I would definitely have to agree with that statement. Weather-wise, I think we're going to be just fine. We are VFR. Supersonic, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Weather-wise, we're using Active Sky X-Plane 12 Beta. So far, it's been working and doing exactly what I've anticipated it to do. It has been injecting the correct real world weather. Oh, I think I'll probably do. See, realistically, flying over that much water, I'd want to be as high as I can go. I've got a fight. We've got the Bravo here, depending on where we get out of the mini route. We've still got the Bravo. It's an 8,000 foot shelf, so we can get up there a little bit. But over here we've got a 5,000 foot shelf. Now we've got, but I really don't want to be any lower than 3,500 as we're cruising over the water. But even then, I don't think that would be enough altitude to glide to either Avalon or back to the mainland should something happen. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna try not to think about the engine quitting over the water. We've got our frequencies, we've got our fuel requirements. What do we have here? So what did I decide on? 48 gallons of fuel? Okay. Alright, I think that's about it. I will see you over at the plane in just a moment. Alright, welcome aboard Felicity, everyone. Hopefully it wasn't too long of a walk out here to the aircraft. MS9 has devoted no time to Ortho XP creation. That's alright, it is a process in and of itself. And Sparky Pilot 86 downwind sim helped with a few things the other day for you. That's awesome to hear. He's definitely a scenery guru. So there does seem to be a vehicle route right here in front of us, on the ground here at Van Nuys. Yeah, I was just gonna say these fuel trucks and baggage cars and vehicles are relentless out here. Check this out. This is my new X-Plane 12 water bottle. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. That's not a good picture.
direct from laminar research. Okay, I do need to do a couple administrative things here since we are on Pilot Edge. I need to change a push to talk key real quick because there is a difference. Let's see, what I want to do is see, delete that one. And then I want to create a new profile based on this one, and we're going to call it U206 Pilot Edge. Okay, we'll keep that one active. I'm going to go over here and change this to Contact ATC, the original one, not the push to talk one. Apply that, and done. Pilot Edge, done. Alright, what do I need to do next? Let's go ahead and connect to the Pilot Edge network. That looks good.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
Okay, I heard the little voice say connected to Pilot Edge. Let's adjust some of these volumes real quick. Sound. Volume goes down a bit. Okay. Weight balance and fuel. Let's do that real quick. What did we decide on? 48 gallons. So let's take these pesky tie downs off. Let's go over here, weight and balance, 48 gallons. So what do I want? 24 in each wing, roughly. 25, 25. Alright, that's 50 gallons total. That's close enough. You and I on board. Okay. Total takeoff weight, 2,883 pounds. Spundot, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. Greatly appreciated. Okay, livery. Alright, I think we're good to go there. Weight and balance is good. Okay. Boy. Just gonna do a quick walk around. Flight control check. Rudder. Wow, that's a lot of deflection. To me personally, I feel like the 206 has some very sensitive ground handling, and I think maybe it's because that nose wheel deflects so much with the rudder. Alright, something to think about. Rudder's good. Plumpy, hello, long time. Hope you're doing well. Alright, flight controls are good, rudder's good. Let's get lights on. White on the right. Beacon. I still gotta do that X camera thing and set up all this stuff in a pre-selected view so I can just kinda hit the buttons and skim right through it. Taxi light, landing light, all that stuff's working good. Strobes, beacon. Hawker 125, hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Alright, what was I doing here? Alright, walk around, exterior checklist, all that stuff I think is, oh, one more thing. Let's check our fuel caps. Ernesto Gonzalez Niera, thank you for the follow. Welcome up. Welcome. Okay, fuel caps are on in a streamlined position. Alright, let's get all of these loads off. Have a seat back in the plane. Let's get our master off. Okay. Alright, for this flight, please go ahead and keep your seatbelt fastened. That looks good. A lot of drone activity going on. Okay, let's go ahead and get started up, then we'll file a flight plan. Circuit breakers are in, alternate static air is in. Alright, let's get scooted up, move along to our start checklist, seat track. Alright, that feels good there. Avionics are off, autopilot's off. Cow flaps open. Mixture rich. Prop is high. Throttle's all the way closed. Okay. Brakes are on. Clear prop. Let's clear on the left and clear on the right. Clear up front. Well, we're clear up front until that person just drove by. Master's on, beacon's on, and what else we need? Fuel pump. Okay, give a little bit of throttle, we'll pull it back, fuel pump off. And fuel tanks look true compared on what we filled them up with. And max to start, clear. Alright, we do have oil pressure, oil temperature, it's coming up. Suction, okay. Get our landing light on for safety. And that concludes our start checklist. let us move right along to our pre-taxi checklist. Seatbelt, suppose how to get that on. Flaps are up. Avionics on. And weather. Let's get some weather.
Bank Tower 0532 Papa Golf 4 South pending
Zulu.
visibility 10
0
sky condition clear temperature 20 dew point 8 altimeter 3004 arriving and departing runways 16 left 16 right visual.
So what we have there is a duplicate Pilot Edge ATIS and X-Plane ATIS. So I'm going to give it a minute and hopefully one of them stops the loop.
Zulu. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runways 16 left, 16 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Juliet. Van Nuys Airport, ATIS information Juliet. 0051 Zulu. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runways 16 left, 16 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Juliet.
Rob Valkyrie, hello?
Van Nuys Airport, ATIS information Juliet. 0051 Zulu. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20.
What I want to do is figure out which one of these sound settings is for the cars that are driving by. That's the one I want to lower. Oh, that's environmental. Alright, alright, here's a car driving by. Let's see how loud it is. Yeah, okay, I think that's what was it, environmental. 3004. Now, here's what I want to do. Let's see what it looks like in reality here. That's what I want to see. 250 at 6, 3004, temperature 20, dew point 8. Okay. So, Pilot Edge ATIS does match the real world weather information. Now, here's what I want to do is I want to confirm that Active Sky is injecting that same real world information here into the simulator real quick. So we're going to just go in here and see what weather information it's got. Okay. Okay. So yeah, on average it looks like everything is kind of matching up there. Alright. So it looks like Active Sky is doing its job. So Pressure altitude is 682 feet. Okay, let's get back in the airplane. Okay, oil temperatures come up. And tower we decided was 119.3. Ground is 121.7, which I've got. We'll get tower on standby. And
Van Nuys Tower, Skyhawk, 6 Papa Quebec Kilo, holding short, checkpoint 1 with information India.
looks like we're gonna be almost heading, what is that?
November 6, Papa Quebec Kilo, you gotta fix your call sign before you fly, please, and then you can call me back with your request.
165.
Roger, Wilco, Papa Quebec Kilo.
So our departure
You got
frequency,
too many letters in your call sign if you're curious.
I'm gonna expect is 134.2 per departure.
Officer, November 8748, Holland Shark 25. Number 8748, Officer Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 25, downward 871 approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet. Van Nuys Airport, ATIS information, Juliet. 0051 Zulu. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 20. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runways 16 left, 16 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet. Van Nuys Airport, ATIS information, Juliet. 00.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and fly our flight plan. Let's see, final flight plan, VFR, November 8033, Foxtrot. Type 206. And we're a slant Gulf. True airspeed, I'm just going to say 120. Departure VNY. Arrival is Avalon, KVX. Cruising altitude.
Officer, Tower 874. We're 874, contact departure. Departure 874.
Let's see. Could just put a VFR. They really only probably going to look at this should something happen. Okay, final flight plan. Call sign is correct. Duffy Fluffy, how are you? Welcome. Hope you've been doing well. So we got our flight plan filed. Did it say to stay on course heading degrees or anything like that? I forget.
0051 Zulu.
Right.
Wind 240 at 6.
Departing runway.
Visibility 10.
Right.
Sky condition
left.
clear.
Advise on initial
Temperature
contact.
20.
Information. Juliet.
Dew point 8. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runways 16 left. 16 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Juliet. Van Ness Airport. ATIS information. Juliet. 0051 Zulu. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runways 16 left.
Alright,
16
doesn't
right.
necessarily
Visual
specify. 126.6 is clearance.
Ontario Tower, Charlie Golf Alpha Lima Tango, on the ILS runway 26 left.
Charlie Golf Alpha Lima Tango, Ontario Tower, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left,
Wait,
Charlie
on
Golf Alpha Lima
VFR,
Tango.
I shouldn't need to contact clearance delivery. I should just be able to contact ground. 121.7. Oh, 9.3. One 9.3, 109.3, ground 121.7. Actually, I need to do a radio check. 123.45, just because it's been a minute since I've transmitted on Pilot Edge. I just want to make sure we're doing alright. Audio test. 123.45. Audio test. Audio test. Oops. I think I accidentally broadcasted that first one on 121.7. Okay, radio's working. I want to thank everyone for coming in today. Hope you're all doing well. Alright, I think we're ready to call. That was Juliet, right? Van Nuys ground, November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot, Van Nuys ground.
Good evening, sir. Over here, West GA ramp, type Cessna 206 slant Golf with Julia on board. VFR departure to the south.
Radio 033 Foxtrot, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
16 right via Alpha Charlie, and can I coordinate flight following with you?
Sure, the departure frequency is 134.2, squawk 5337.
134.2, squawk 5337, November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot, read that correct.
Okay, roger, and we would like to head to Van Nuys via the mini route southbound 2,500 feet.
You're headed back to Van Nuys?
I'm sorry, we'd like to head to Avalon via the mini route southbound 2,500, November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot. Roger. The mini route won't really be available if you're flight following with SoCal, and 2,500 isn't going to be valid for it southbound. If you want, you can just take the coastal route and go higher, or take the special flight rules. This is 3,500.
We'll go and take the SFR rate, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Okay, in that case, do you want flight following now, or do you just want to wait till you get on the other side of the SFR for that?
We'll go and take it now if able, 33 Foxtrot.
Okay.
Alright, parking brake off. Manual brake test. Okay, what else is on our pre-taxi taxi checklist here? ADAS we got, altimeter we set. ADS-B is tied into our nav lights, let's get those on. Radios we've already tested, taxi light, get that on. Brakes we tested, attitude and turn coordinator we'll test on the roll. And heading indicator to compass. Alright, that looks good there. Supersonic says we could request flight following to Santa Monica, cancel flight following, and request a mini from them. Okay, let's take a look at this SFRA route real quick. Let's see. 3,500 feet. I'm curious here.
Charlie Golf Alpha Lima Tango taxi to parking via Sierra Monitor Ground.
Taxi via Sierra and monitor ground, Charlie Golf Alpha Lima Tango, thank you.
That one guy gaming, we're in the stationary U-206 this evening. I appreciate that. Welcome aboard. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and just take the SFRA. I haven't done that one. So that's going to be 3,500 feet up on the SMO 132 radial. It looks relatively easy. 3,500 feet on a heading of 132 from the SMO VOR. Dreamnid, make position reports. What position reports would one be reporting on the SFRA? Or who would you be reporting to? Flight must be conducted under VFR. Okay. RGNTA, I think we're going to do the SFRA. I originally intended to do the mini route, but I guess it wasn't available. So I think we are going to do the SFRA. Oh gosh. It is not on .sim, but I'm so glad you asked that question. Parking brake on. I need to change something real quick that I just noticed. I'll be right back. I guess what I'm wondering is if you're in the SFRA here and you've got flight following and you're with approach, are you still making those position reports with approach, or is that something you would just make on a Unicom frequency? Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 3. 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 Radio check.
Okay. So we're on our own in the SFRA. Got it. No, that wasn't me. Alright.
Hello, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Testing.
Yeah, let's do the SFRA. I haven't done that one before.
Testing.
Right.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing.
Well, let's get out of the way of that fuel truck. ILS area. Okay, so sort of similar to the Hudson SFRA, where I would call out, Statue of Liberty, Intrepid Monument, Alpine Tower, George Washington Bridge, things like that. So it just must be different checkpoints. Okay, so then my question would be, when I'm released back over to Unicom, what is that Unicom frequency? Does it say there on, I guess it's a specific Unicom frequency for the SFRA. Squawk 1201. Okay, 128.55, there it is. I never think anything on Pilot Edge is a nice casual flight. Okay. It's an angle of attack indicator. Alright, we should be able to do a run up right here. Over the tower was on 119.3, and quick run up. Alright, nobody's behind us. Run up checklist, brakes are on, fuel's on proper tank, trims both neutral, rudder, and elevator. Flight controls down on the right, up on the left, down on the left, up on the right. Elevator, rudder both free and correct. And mixture's rich, 1700, here we go. Left mag, there's a drop. Right mag, there's a drop. I think my switch is getting a short. Cycle the prop. 1. 2. Oil pressures dropping, manifold pressures rising. Okay. Alright, governor's working in the prop. Alright, it's good there. Strobe's going on. And suction's in the green. Oil temperature, oil pressure are good. Cylinder head temperature's good. Alright, idle back. Check our throttle friction. That feels good. So there's 1, 2, 3. Right. Very nice tower, November 8033 Foxtrot, holding short at 16 right.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, Van Nuys Tower, proceed on course, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 right, November 8033 Foxtrot on course.
Approaching runway 16 right. Entered runway 16 right, 7,900 feet remaining.
Sweet, my fourth flight person's working now. Full power, rudder for center. Airspeed's coming alive. Rotate. Positive rate.
Airplane clearance delivery. Avalon 24 Tango Whiskey radio check.
Fine, clear.
Thank you.
SMO Tower 120.1.
Raise 033 Foxtrot, contact departure.
Over to departure, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Release for departure, clearance void if not off in 10 minutes.
Release departure, clearance void if not off in 10 minutes, Challenger 2X Fox.
SoCal departure, November 8033 Foxtrot, 1900.
Right, 033 Foxtrot, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Pino Shooter 87, thank you for the follow. That one guy gaming, thank you for the follow. Yes, we did have a working auto marker, how about that? So did we decide if we want to get a hold of SMO Tower, cancel flight follow and get a hold of SMO Tower, grab the mini route, or stay in the SFRA? So I think I want to try the SFRA, maybe.
November 8748, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
1354, 874.
Last Delta in 3.8 miles.
Attention all aircraft. Bob Hope Airport Burbank altimeter 3012.
We'll get to Catalina in time.
Last
Right,
Charlie.
033 Foxtrot, you going through the special flight rules area, or you planning on something else?
Actually, maybe I'd like to cancel flight following, and I'll grab the mini route from SMO.
Right, 033 Foxtrot, roger, radar service terminated. And Santa Monica Tower will have a different cut for you, so squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, squawk VFR, November 8033 Foxtrot, thank you, good day.
So all approach number 8748 to get information off, and to request the ILS to Surrey at 5000.
Right, 748, SoCal approach after Adam. Descend and maintain 4,000.
After Adams, and maintain 4000, 8748.
120.1. Bit windy. Santa Monica Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot.
Attention all aircraft. Northrop Field Hawthorne Municipal altimeter.
November 8033 Foxtrot, you're calling Hawthorne Tower, check your radio.
Roger, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Air 0.
Santa Monica Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Call Santa Monica Tower, go ahead.
We're about 4 miles to the north, Cessna Type 206 slant golf. We'd like to transition to Bravo via the mini route southbound, 4,500.
November 8033 Foxtrot, the mini route is unable at 4,500, pay attention.
What altitude?
November 8033 Foxtrot, the mini route is unavailable at that altitude, pay attention.
Stand by if able, please. November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot, roger. Until you got it figured out, remain outside of Class Delta airspace.
Work out, will remain out of the Delta. November 8033 Foxtrot. Isn't that what I said? Did I say 2,500 or did I say 4,500? I thought I said 2,500. I might have been thinking 4,500 and said that. Then that's what I said. Okay, I meant 2,500 because that's what I was at. 2,500.
Last Delta in 4.1 miles.
Attention all aircraft. Santa Monica Municipal Altimeter 3007.
Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick 360 and we'll contact tower again. Beaker Steve, great job on doing work in tower, getting that mix of GA in with the airliners. I appreciate you helping me out with that pattern there. Outstanding. So that thing I said about doing circles, I might have lied about that just a little bit. We might only have to do one circle.
Last Charlie above at 3.7 miles.
Round Duke, thank you for the follow. I do like California in the ARC imagery, but I like California with Orbix in X-Plane 11. I was wondering,
Attention all aircraft. Santa Monica Municipal Altimeter 3009er.
yeah, there were some requests. I was like, am I being overtaken by someone behind me, being told to do a 360? Like, if he's in the pattern, he shouldn't have been doing over 100 knots, period. You know, I was in a 206, I might have been doing 110. Fly boy, welcome.
Last Delta in 4.1 miles.
Yeah, he was going way past in the pattern. It happens though. Well, I mean, it does happen. Santa Monica Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Go ahead.
About 3 to the north, 2,500. We'd like to transition the Bravo via the mini route southbound, 2,500.
Rate 033 Foxtrot. Roger, proceed to Loyola 2500, join the mini route southbound. Remain outside of Los Angeles Class Bravo airspace until advised. Squawk 6532.
Squawk 6532, remain outside of the Bravo. And what was that initial fix? 8033 Foxtrot.
Proceed to Loyola, the university.
Direct to the university, join the main route southbound, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Last Delta in 3.7 miles.
Man, I hope this university's on this chart. Is it LMU? I hope it's LMU, because that's where we're going.
Last.
One, 2, 8.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, contact LA helicopters 119.8.
119.8, November 8033 Foxtrot. The LA helicopters.
Charlie Tower number 874. Seats ILS Missouri.
Number 8748, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land.
Carolina 20 right, 874.
LA helicopters, November 8033 Foxtrot, 2500.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, LA helicopters on.
Identing November 33 Foxtrot.
8033 Foxtrot, radar contact, cleared through the Los Angeles Class Bravo airspace, city mini route southbound, maintain VFR at 2500 while in LA Class Bravo airspace, report overhead.
Maintain VFR 2500 on the mini route, report overhead, LA, November 33 Foxtrot.
Last Bravo in 1.8 miles. Last Delta in 4.3 miles.
Alright, Beaker Steve, thanks for dropping by, I appreciate it. Here's LAX. helicopters, November 833 Foxtrot is directly over LA.
Range 033 Foxtrot, now leaving LA Class Bravo airspace, radar surface terminated, squawk VFR, contact operating tower 121.1.
121.1, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Last Delta below.
Hawthorne Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot on the mini route southbound 2500.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, LA helicopter, charter, say intentions. Sorry, Hawthorne Tower, say intentions.
We'd like to proceed direct Avalon.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, roger, frequency change approved.
Over to Unicom, thank you, have a good day, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Number 8748, tax for departure via Bravo, monitor ground.
Via Bravo, monitor ground, 8748.
Alright, Carolina, looks like direct 2 about a heading of 174. Yeah, it is right there, LMU on that mini route chart there. We got a lot of new follows this evening. Thank you so much for all these new follows. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I'll have to catch up with that after we land back in the FBO. Flyboy, no, it's not a PE specific chart. It's the LA chart supplemental. It's the VFR chart supplemental, applicable to real world, not just PE. Okay, course 174. It's available from the FAA website. It would be on the back of the paper sectional. I just have it saved in the document section of my ForeFlight, but I got it from the FAA website. Right, correct. Yep, you can download directly from the FAA through ForeFlight. That is correct. It's on the mini route. It's LMU is the fix. I'd never heard of it before either. So that's I was like, what? What is that airport? Lomita? Lomita? Alright. So this time I only had to do one circle as opposed to like 12 circles on my first flight on Pilot Edge. So I would say that's a slight improvement. Circumventing the airspace.
Attention all aircraft. Northrop Field Hawthorne Municipal Altimeter 3009.
It's like a bit of a populated area. What's our altitude? 2,500. We need to be 1,000 feet over a populated area. I think we're alright. When we get over the water, I'm gonna climb us up a little bit more. Yeah, it does look kind of funny when you invert the chart colors.
Attention all aircraft. Northrop Field Hawthorne Municipal Altimeter 3011.
Alright, 3,500. That'll be good enough to get us over there.
Destination ASOS is 120.675.
So, M. Stein, thank you for pointing that out. But yeah, we got the ForeFlight audio working. Because all of my streaming was done on a whole separate computer, and that's where Reflector is at as well, and that's what overlays ForeFlight. So the ForeFlight audio comes out of that second computer, or that other computer as well. But I found a program called Acoustic Bridge, which lets me stream the audio from the one computer over to this computer over the network. So that audio from the streaming computer is actually being output from the speakers on the flight simulator computer. Yes, I do get it in my headset as well. Yep, because my G8 intercom is the default Windows audio device. So as long as you are hearing it, then I'm a happy guy. Because ForeFlight's very great at giving you terrain advisories, obstacle advisories, things like that.
All aircraft. Northrop Field,
But I was never able to hear it, but now we are. Which means at some point I could possibly look into a bot that does music as well. Because then we'd be able to actually hear music in here from the streaming computer. Fried corn cakes. It is not pre-built. This is all completely hand-built. Avalon, 3,000 foot runway, right pattern, runway 22. So the opposing would be 04, so we have runway 0422 at Avalon. Field elevation, 1,602 feet. We're at 3,500. Fried corn cakes, I appreciate that. It's been a project over the last several years. It'd be over a decade now. But yep, everything is all hand done. I mean, the components, these are all, a lot of this is off-the-shelf components, but the gauge panel and most of the other stuff is hand done. Yes, we do have our working wet compass and hops meter. Miles out, you think we'll be able to get Unicom from here? Or not Unicom, but ASOS 120.675.
At 10 miles, rain, sky conditions broken at 26,500, temperature 12, dew point 11, altimeter 3006. Automated weather observation, Catalina. Wind 250 degrees at 7 knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Rain. Sky conditions broken at 26,500. Temperature 12. Dew point 11. Altimeter 3007. Automated weather observation, Catalina. Wind 250 degrees at 7 knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Rain. Sky conditions broken at 26,000.
Alright, 250 at 7. Runway 22 is going to be our runway. I was going to climb over the water. I guess I did a little bit. We climbed up to 3,500. Probably could have gone up higher. Should have gone up higher. We probably should have been at 4,500 anyway. Avalon traffic, November 033 Foxtrot, about 8 miles north of the field. Going to be entering a right downwind for runway 822, Avalon. We're just gonna kind of fly around the island just a little bit here. I haven't really seen Catalina Island in X-Plane 12. My last flight out here was in X-Plane 11. So many new follows this evening too as well, so thank you so much for that. It really means a lot to me. Got a pretty decent turnout this evening as well, so I appreciate that. But as always, whether it's 2 of you or 20 of you, the sentiment to me is still the same. It's always my pleasure. I think I see a boat way out there. There's Catalina. We'll just circle the airport, kind of do a wide 180 around it, and then that'll put us on a downwind for runway 22. got kind of an interesting approach, doesn't it, MS9? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make that event with the flying club. That's a good way to point it to look at it there, Dream. It's kind of like an aircraft carrier. Oh, you came in on runway 4. Yeah, that one's got kind of like this number right on the almost on the up, yeah, right there at the threshold end. Alright, lift my right wing, looks clear. Just gonna put a bit of a turn in. Alright, what's on our descent checklist? Throttle prop, mixture, fuel on proper tank, cowl flaps closed, okay, altimeter, instruments, ATIS. And then for our pre-landing, landing light on, autopilot's on, which we didn't engage, seatbelts, make sure for best power, and flaps as required. Showing drone traffic down there taking off of 04. Interesting. Pumps going high, power's coming out. Let's prepare for descent here. Stein, they certainly do not announce on Unicom. Avalon traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot on the 45, join the right downwind, runway 22, full stop, Avalon. Alright, landing lights on. Avalon traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is on the right downwind 22, Avalon. Flaps 10. Avalon traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, making right base 22, full stop, Avalon. Avalon traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, right base to final approach 22, full stop, Avalon.
Short final runway 22.
See if we can just slip it down in there. We were a bit high. We're gonna make this one, or we're gonna go around. Just drive it like a car down to the center line. Yeah, we got it. We'll be alright. Yeah, the nose wheel steering on this thing's just absolutely ridiculous. Hey, look at that, with runway to spare. Yeah, that looks like a cliff. Whoa, boy. And there's power lines down there. Man, I bet that was a hairy approach there, Epstein. Alright, let's get across this line here. Alright, clean up a little bit, strips going off. Let's get our trim back for takeoff here. Avalon traffic, November 033 Foxtrot is clear runway 22 and taxiing to the FBO. Avalon. Flaps up. Supersonic, appreciate that. Pleasure to have you aboard. Let's take a look at Catalina here in X-Plane 12. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Okay. So I'm sure that the CNA Gateway artist is already working on it, or it's already been redone. But we still see some... see, these are the old trees. Let's just taxi over here. Let's go ahead and secure our aircraft. Parking brake on. Nav, taxi, landing lights off, beacon stays on for now. G5 units going down. Avionics off. Disconnect from pilot edge.
Disconnected.
Parking brakes on. I already said that. What else we got here? Cow flaps are closed. Okay. Of course, Boston is now on. Huh. That's alright. We'll get it next time. Okay, still a fun flight. Let's head back to the FBO. I've got some thank yous to give out and chit chat a little bit about a flight tonight, and yeah, I'll see you there in just a moment. Oh, that's what oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Real quick, let's take a look at Catalina. Okay, so these are still the 2D static object trees. And that's exactly what they are. It's an object. It's a static object. It's not going to move. Over here we actually have forest definitions. These trees are actually used by a forest definition, which you can use the same forest definition over here. You would just have to define it as a point instead of as a area. But in this case, this Catalina airport, these palm trees, they're all static objects. So they're not going to move, they're not going to sway in the wind like you expect to see in, with your X-Plane 12 trees here that kind of move and sway in the wind. Okay. So I'll check that on the gateway, see if somebody's actively working on it or if it's been redone lately. Beautiful airport, just those trees need updated. Everything else looks good. Alright, I'll see you at the FBO.
Alright, well, where I thought I wouldn't have to do any circles, I ended up having to circle one time. And that was just because of lack of my own situational, I won't say awareness. I said the wrong thing. I wanted the mini route southbound at 2500. We were at 2500. I said 4500 while I was thinking 2500. Why? I don't know. So we just kind of circled north to buy some time, and then back south again. Cleared through the Bravo, flew directly over LA. It's always kind of neat to fly over big airports like that. And then once we were out of the Bravo, we just went direct to Avalon, flew around the island for a little bit, and then came in for a full stop runway 22. Several new follows this evening. Can't thank you all enough for that. We'll start out, as I said earlier, Beaker Steve was in earlier. He was the tower controller for an event the other night, but he came in with a follow while we were offline. Supersonic came in with a follow earlier. Thank you so much for that. Spun Dot with the resubscription. Always a pleasure, my friend. Ernesto Gonzalez Niera, thank you so much for your follow. Bluefish 13F came in with a follow. That one guy gaming. Pino Shooter 87, Dryson, and Raul Duke 44, all brand new follows this evening. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. You know, flying is fun, but it's always more fun when it's more than one, and you all make that happen. So your continued support and follows are, you know, they do mean a lot to me. And I do greatly appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully we can get our Wings IFR 15 knocked out tomorrow if Boston comes online early enough. It's just too late for us to kind of pre-flight and discuss all that and file and fly that tonight. But back on Pilot Edge, I think it was a great flight. Still, they're always on point. We'll be online at 8:45 Eastern tomorrow. That might just work out fine. Boston Center will be online, so that might work out fine. First time chat. Thank you so much for that. So that'll be our tentative plan. So that might work out great. Cause then, yeah, wish granted for sure. Because then we can go ahead and do all of our pre-flight and planning. And have all of that done, then just go ahead and get ready to be in the plane when center comes online. So that could work. We can possibly plan on that. Okay, I think that's it. Again, I do want to thank you all for coming in. It's always my pleasure. Let's see who we can send you over to for the rest of your evening. Spundot, Dreamnid, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. I've got a couple different options here. We're gonna try and keep it with the GA theme. Send you over to my buddy Slant Alpha Adventures. I'm not sure entirely what he's doing on VATSIN, but he's always doing something entertaining. So we'll send you over to Slant Alpha. You feel free to tell him that Fox said hello. And you all take care and stay safe, and we will see you for our next regularly unscheduled flight. Until then, take care.